Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Asan Rose. I'm a filmmaker, photographer just like you guys, here to give you tips and tricks to up your game. Today, we're going to be talking about the landscape of cameras and essentially your place in it, all right, and our place in it, okay? With so many new cameras coming out, the A7S III, the Canon R5, the R6, the Blackmagic 12K, the this, the that, the other, you may be asking yourself, which one is the one for me? That's always a tough question to answer because in all reality, they all could be for you. Any one of these cameras you could pick up and shoot. Any one of these cameras you could pick up and you could make the most amazing art with. I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm shooting this with the Canon EOS R. I also have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. I could have chose to shoot this with either one of those cameras. The reason why I decided to use the EOS R was because it has autofocus and a flip out screen. I don't have to set up the monitor, the batteries, and everything that I would have to do with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. But whenever I'm out on a film set and I want to shoot a movie with the EOS R, I lose the dynamic range, I lose the bit depth with the RAW, and essentially you lose some of the quality of a cinema camera and some of the different benefits of frame rates, etc. So essentially what I'm trying to tell you guys is the camera doesn't matter. It's just a tool for the job. Whether it's a $100 camera or whether it's a $100,000 camera. As long as it's the right tool for the job, then it's the right camera. I love the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. At the time, it was the most affordable camera that fit everything that I needed. I've always been a fan of Blackmagic ever since the original Pocket Cinema camera, and I've always wanted one, but I never jumped on it back then when I had even when I had the chance, I never jumped on it. I was always scared to, right? But with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, it was the perfect price at the time when I bought it. I actually bought it used off Facebook Marketplace. It came with the Viltrox Speed Booster adapter, so I could use all of my Canon lenses on it, so I didn't have to buy any new lenses. So it was just the perfect camera at the time. So at the end of the day, you guys, the camera is only a supplement to you and what you bring to the table. Maybe, honest to God, maybe a cell phone camera is the best thing for you. Maybe you're a vlogger who doesn't like to bring out this big DSLR setup and have a switch pod and a monopod and this, that, and the other everywhere you go. Maybe you just like to video yourself like talking to the camera, but maybe you want to make Christopher Nolan size films. Maybe you do need that crew. Maybe you do need that experience with a cinema camera. At the end of the day, you guys, get the camera that fits you, that fits your style, and that fits your hand and what you need for the story, okay? I always like to use this analogy. Cameras are like PlayStations and Xbox, They all essentially produce a very good image. They're all hooked up to the same TV. They all use HDMI cords. But what control fits best in your hand? Which control do you vibe with more? Is it the X or is it the A? Is it the square or is it a B? What style of play do you feel fits your hand better? You look at that the exact same way as cameras. Does a Sony fit your hand better? Does a Canon fit your hand better? Does a Nikon fit your hand better? Does the way it just aligns with your body, does it just work? Cameras and camera work is essentially supposed to be an extension of you, an extension of your physical being, your body, your creativity, your mind, what your mind's eye sees and what you bring to the table. And if the camera gets in the way of you executing the shot that you see in your mind, then it's not the camera for you. It's not the camera for the story. It's not the camera for this job. Because it's, as they say, it's an obstacle for you to get what you want. Now, sometimes having creative limitations, to be honest, most times having creative limitations is the best thing for you, because putting yourself in a box and having limitations essentially leads to you being more creative. How do I execute the vision that I see inside of this box, right? So there's nothing wrong with putting creative limitations on yourself, but you'd never want to put creative obstacles for yourself. A creative obstacle would be, I love Canon, but the new Canon R5. Possibly the overheating issue could be a problem or an obstacle for you creating the things that you want to create. But it may not be an obstacle, right? You may get that and say, I only shoot for 10 seconds. 10-second burst here, 10-second burst there. I only want to use 8K every now and then. So maybe that camera is the camera for you, But what if you want to shoot only nighttime photography or only nighttime videography? It may be an impingement to you. Maybe you want the Sony. Maybe you want something that has super crazy low light and you don't have to worry about it. So at the end of the day, you guys, this right here, doesn't matter which one you get. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, get the camera that fits your style, that fits your hand, that fits your eye, and that fits the story. Okay? And it fits your budget. Realistically, everyone talks about cameras, but it has to fit your budget too. If it doesn't fit your budget, it's not worth it. Don't stretch yourself for a camera that you cannot afford, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to spend the money telling the story that you want to tell. You're only going to spend the money on the camera that you have. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this very improv vlog, if you will. I think I want to say again, the camera landscape today is a very challenging landscape to navigate, but you can do it. You will find the camera that's for you. Go, if you're in Los Angeles, go to Canon Burbank, test out a camera. Go to Best Buy, test these cameras out. Rent the camera off of ShareGrid. Whatever you feel like you need to do to actually try the camera before you buy it. And when I say try it, I mean really try it. Like, put it through its paces. Like, see how it really feels. And again, at the end of the day, pick the camera that's right for you. No one else's opinions matters in this. It's the one for you. So again, thank you guys so much. You will find the camera that's for you, and you will make the things that you are destined to make. So thanks so much, you guys. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, whatever you feel like. Have a wonderful day.